from the Onlyschooling Mom, and today I've got a real treat for you. I'm doing a teacher tag, except this one is from Kayse Morris from Teaching on Less. Don't you love this little clipboard? I got this at Target, so I'm going to read this because I don't want to mess this up. It's the back to school teacher tag. It's 10 questions about the back to school routine. And so let's get started because I only have so much memory on my phone. I love my phone to death, but I only have so much memory. It's really high quality, but it's really small memory. I'm getting a new phone soon, as I said in my last video, my dollar store haul video. But we're going to do as much as we can, and we will do the best we can. So let's get started. Okay, where do you teach and what grade and what subjects? I teach right here at home. Love it. I can go to the bathroom whenever I want. I can go get a cup of coffee whenever I want. I can go get a pair of scissors whenever I want. I can go to the store whenever I want. You get the idea. And I teach 7th grade all subjects. This year that's history, math, science, geography, Bible, vocabulary, what else? Grammar. We're not doing music or art currently. I'm going to be adding those in later on in the school year. When did school start back for you? We are on week 4 right now. We started back in the 2nd week of August. We would have started sooner, but July was, as everyone uses the term, a hot mess. We had 2 major things go on in July. We had church camp, and then we had a week off, and then we had a week of a mission trip to Arizona, which was a lot of fun, a lot of work, a very long bus ride there and back, but we did get to see the Grand Canyon and work with some kids on an Native American reservation, and it was a really rewarding experience, but that didn't give us any time when that was the last week of July, and that wouldn't have given us any time to have some downtime, so we started the 2nd week of August. So that's one of the great things about being a homeschool teacher is you can basically start whenever you want. As long as in Kansas you put in 186 days in the school year. What fun things did you do this summer? Whoops, already answered that one. Church camp, mission trip. Lots of swimming. Well, my son did lots of swimming in our backyard. Me, not so much. I'm not much for swimming. I prefer laying on one of the inflatables and just relaxing. But I didn't get to do that very much this summer. I basically sat inside where the air conditioning was, where the books were, and then in July I was a camp counselor, and then I was a sponsor on the mission trip, and that was a lot of fun for me. So those were the fun things we did this summer. Number 4, give 3 tips to teachers starting back to school. Okay, I will give the tips to homeschool teachers because that's what applies to me. 1, don't force the issue. If your child is slow getting back into the routine, take out some subjects. You don't have to do all of it all at once. You don't have to add math back into the first week of school. Stretch it out a little bit. You don't have to do all of it all at once. Now, if they're ready, that's fine. But if they're not, you can take some subjects out, put them in later. Stretch it out a little bit. Number 2, take some time for yourself. Make sure that you're not trying to do too much. Again, that goes along with number 1, but it also goes for yourself. If you're not going to push your child too hard, don't push yourself too hard. Don't try to do too much. Number 3 would probably be for a regular school teacher, and that is communication with parents. Make sure that you have really good communication with your parents right off the bat. Make sure that you know a lot about the children that you're going to be teaching. Make sure you know what they like, what they dislike. As a substitute teacher, one of the first things I do when I go into a classroom is I find out who likes Minecraft. Because if I can make that connection right off the bat with those boys and those girls, then I've got a connection with those kids. And I'll tell you what, a lot of times that's the whole class. And if I've got that connection, or if I can make a connection with some other hobby that they have, If you know that right off the bat from the parents, what they like and what they dislike, you've already got it made. So I would say parent communication is key for a regular school teacher. So there's my 3 things. What's your go-to back to school resource? Right now it's YouTube. I am watching a ton of YouTube because I'm watching even the regular teachers' YouTube channels because they give me hints and tips. Like my Dollar Tree haul video, I was able to find a lot of things that I can use as a homeschool teacher that I wouldn't have known about had I not watched those videos. I also am learning things because I'm a substitute teacher. I will substitute teach 2 days a week. My son goes to grandma's house. He's a 7th grader, as I've said before many, many times. He can do a lot of the work on his own, and so he goes to grandma's house. I will substitute teach 2 days a week. If I watch some of those videos, I get hints and tips on classroom management, how to communicate with students, how to communicate with administration, how to run a classroom. That's really important things for me. And so I like to watch other teachers' videos. So YouTube is my back to school go-to resource. Who do you follow on social media that inspires you? Right now it's Kayse Morris, Pocket Full of Primary, and the Kindergarten Classroom. Those 3 are the 3 I found first, and so far they are also the 3 that I watch the most. I am on Instagram now, so I am learning more people on there. So I will be finding new favorites, not new favorites, that makes it sound like I'm just going to pitch the other ones. I'm going to be adding favorites to that list. I've mentioned Kayse Morris in almost every single video, and in her video, she talks about certain people that she follows, and she says that feels kind of creepy because she mentions them all the time. So Kayse, I'm sorry if I mention you all the time, but you've been a big inspiration in how I run things in my homeschool classroom and how I handle things in a regular classroom. And you're just super funny. And the Kindergarten Classroom, you know what? Anyone who teaches kindergarten has a special place in my heart because I have a friend who taught kindergarten for years, and bless you, because I could never teach kindergarten. I have a hard enough time substitute teaching kindergarten, much less thinking about teaching kindergarten. And A Pocket Full of Primary, I love your long videos. They are just so much fun to watch. What routine do you set in your classroom on day 1? Basically, I get myself up early and have me time, and then I try to have my son up by 8:30, and we get going by 9 o'clock, 9:30, and we try to go through until about 11 o'clock, have lunch at 11 o'clock. If we can help it, every day we're on that schedule, and then we're done by 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. One thing or item you can't live without during school. Coffee. Next, easy lunch pack ideas for teachers and the recipe. Boy, I'm the kind that when I substitute teach, I hate to admit it, but I eat the school lunch because I am lazy and I don't pack anything. I have been learning from you folks that it's easy to pack a lunch with the tuna fish. I tried that today. That is good. I tried the tuna fish with the ranch flavor, and I added ranch dressing to my salad. That is really good. I didn't think I'd like that. So, okay, that's my recipe. But it's not mine to give out because it's already been given out. So skip the school lunch and pack a salad. What do you love most about back to school? I like having the routine again. I love getting out of I'm not so much for a relaxed summer where there's no plans. I like to have plans. And for me, getting back into the routine of school and having something to do and subbing and, you know, new curriculum, new books to read is just, to me, that's just a neat thing to have. So that's the list. I think I'm out of time. See? Told you my phone would run out of memory. So that's what I like most about back to school. So anyhow, if you like this video, please hit like and subscribe down here. If you hit the subscribe button, there's a little bell next to it. If you do that, it gives you email notifications if there's a new video. So if you want, you can do that. If you like the videos, there's more to be watched, so take a look at my channel. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. We'll see you. Bye-bye.